Yo, what is good, guys? It is your boy here, Nick Potter, with another prediction. Green Bay at Eagles. I think the Eagles gonna get this dub. Baby, who you think's gonna win?
Eagles.
Eagles. She said Eagles, guys. Me, Eagles. Whoever says Eagles, let's get it. So we're gonna get into it. You guys sit back, enjoy, and I'll see you guys at the end. I think it's at 8:15, I believe. Pretty sure. But the weather's gonna be clear, nice and sunny. So I see you guys at the end, and comment down, you guys. Comment down below what y'all predictions think it's gonna be: Eagles or Green Bay Packers. But I see you guys. I'll see you guys when I see you guys.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see teams who have been division rivals since 1961. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it comes your way next.
This time of year in Philly, you know what to expect. Cold temps, and we've got them. But the skies are clear tonight at Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number two, number three, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Now for the first time we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual threat quarterback now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
Tremendous production in college at two different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
Hurts throwing right away. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd down and 3. Rodgers now to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again to Jones. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Rodgers. Got Dobbs over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
1st and goal from just inside the 5. Dillon. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. A 10-play drive that time. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in a passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
On third and short, they'll try option left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Hurts. His throw incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Going for it with Sanders. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Throwing now is Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. Touchdown, Packers! 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Now Crosby for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Well, partners, the first quarter too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Here's Aaron Siposs now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Rodgers on the return. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Lazard's got it again. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Packers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point try now for Crosby. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away.
from the 6. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
These guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. 21-0 our score after 1. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. The Sanders has got it complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And once again, this is Sanders. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Aaron Siposs on to punt as he'll get this one away now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it.
and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. Touchdown. Quez Watkins. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Elliott good with a PAT, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. He'll go right back to Tunyon. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll let this go deep for Lazard. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing is Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. T.J. Edwards came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Traditionally, as a defense, your number one job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working from the gun, Rodgers. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run with Sanders off the option. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
2nd and 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 1st down, Hurts. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
On 2nd down, here's the option.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a 1st down.
I'll tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
It's one play at a time, baby.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, Any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 49 yards on the ground for him so far. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Rodgers now on first down. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers would extend their lead here just before halftime. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free. And his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Yeah, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
But just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's do it. You ready to roll? Let's go. Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. The Sanders has got it complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Packers in that first half. And our statisticians got through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 27, Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double and triple, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Now Rodgers. Again, that's Watkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That's good for 28 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Throwing is Rodgers.
The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Rodgers now to throw.
Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he had a nifty little deep juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
Fielded right around the 8. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is caught by Watkins and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Let's go, man. Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. An inside give to Jones. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
But a good play is made on defense. Oftentimes, leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned. All the other guys making sure they're in the right spot. And on that play, they were able to stop him short of a first down.
They'll run it with Jones. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Whatever it takes, I'll get it. Let's go. Let's go right here.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Another run with Sanders. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the dart ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. An option handoff given to Sanders. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The 71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Rodgers now on 1st down.
Right side to Watson.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. A give to Jones. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Being shaped, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground.
Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility, the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything in a pile here, guys. Let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yikes, terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. From the gun, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 42 yards rushing for him now to this point.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy who can block, a guy who can catch, and a guy who can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner and you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now we see Sammy Watkins getting ready to go again on offense. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards. But, hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Watson. Rodgers finding Watson for the Packer first. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Let's go.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Again, it's Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught inside the 5. And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Crosby with the extra point, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Nifty move. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
On first and 10, it's Hurts, and that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Man open left side is Brown. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
But this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes, they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time, he used his quickness to make a play.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Sanders again. And this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. They kept it in the air on 4th, Charles. They ran on 1st and 2nd down, tried it through the air on 3rd and 4th. Couldn't come away with anything on 4th and goal.
And remember, in these situations, the field is really condensed. Everything is squeezed tight. So as a defender, you can actually take more chances here because they won't have as much time to throw the football, and a receiver really can't run past you. If they do, they run out of the back of the end zone. Nice job by the D, shutting them down.
They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, both teams practice this situation, and this time the guys on offense won, and in a very nice way. What a run from that position on their own goal line.
Gave him some good breathing room.
I wonder now, do you still stack the line of scrimmage, or do you play normal defense? They may have backed them off with that run.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
That's taken it around the 40. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. Here's Hurts to throw.
This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Throwing is Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Elliott now to have the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge out to the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
It's all like popcorn. Come on now. It's all like popcorn. Don't give him nothing. Don't give him nothing.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Fielded at the 33. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt a moment ago, but that's really the first of about 8 steps that need to go right for them to get back in this as they start here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one complete to Smith.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Pascal.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
He's got Smith here.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
And that one on the rookie, Charles. Maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times you know about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterwards. I know he was trying to make a play, but that time, he ends up drawing the flag.
Hurts fumbles it, and the Packers pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway.
Delay of game. Offense.
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. Open man. This is Lewis. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
99 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
What a game this was. Honestly, thought the Eagles would have won.
Do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
I thought the Eagles were going to the... that's the final score. 38-14. And that's a blowout for the Eagles. What a... Look, he's pissed. He's pissed. They had multiple tries at the end zone. Can you see the highlights? Look at that. Green Bay scored 21 points in the first quarter. Phillies 0. Then 7-7, 3, 7-7. Bruh, come on. Multiple times. So let's see. Look, which one did they score that big touchdown? Okay, this is the one. Great play, touchdown. Look at that, man. Come on, it's a good play. But yeah, that's the final score for my prediction, guys. 38-14. If this happens in real life, I wouldn't freak the fuck out if this happens in real life. Cause I did do the Bengals and Steelers, and that's the two scores, pretty damn close. But yeah, that's crazy. So we're gonna see. That touchdown. Actually, this is what I want to see. So, this play right here, do the line. So let's see. Right here, this guy right here, wide open. I see this guy wide open. Look, wide open. Wide open. Wide open. Score a touchdown. And Philly did, and this was the first time that the Eagles scored a touchdown. That's right. It's right here. This was the first time that the Eagles scored a touchdown. Touchdown Eagles. The first score is 7-7 or 7. The first score was in the fucking second quarter, and it was done 21 to. It was something. I don't know. I wasn't really watching, so. Then they didn't score again in the third. The Green Bay Packers defense was playing some good defense. Then they scored 7. Only scored 4. They had 4 tries at the red zone. 4 tries, and they did not complete. They couldn't get in they couldn't get in the zone. So no overtime because they didn't go to overtime. They couldn't get into the touchdown. They couldn't. But that's my prediction, guys. But I hope you guys did enjoy the my prediction. I'll probably be posting this sometime. I may post it before I go to bed. I don't know. We'll see. But it's been your boy, Nick Potter, and I see you guys when I see you guys. Oh, Call of Duty. I got all my assault rifles gold, and I'm working on the platinum. Stay tuned for that live stream, y'all. Stay tuned for that. I'll be getting all the assault rifles platinum. So stay tuned for that. But it's been your boy Nick Potter. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.